Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes exercise Red Lion. But then we need to go back and reflect as to what took place on board SAS Amatola. But to do a better job in narrating to us as to did we actually meet the mandate, did we achieve the training that was supposed to be achieved on board SAS Amatola, is Officer Commanding Captain Jones. Captain, we just completed exercise Red Lion. From the captain's point of view, are you happy, sir?
Yeah, I think the amount of exercises we could do in an environment with multiple ships at sea, it's not something you can simulate. So we definitely got lots of value there. The exercises, we started off with very basic drills in the beginning and worked up as we grew in competence and confidence. And at the end of the day, today we managed to do drills in very close proximity, ships operating in tight navigational spaces, and it was very successful. So we definitely have grown in confidence. The type of serials we've done, it started off with basic ship maneuvers at sea. It gives our Officer of the Watches a lot of opportunity to do maneuvers, tactical maneuvers, and then these exercises escalated to aviation at sea. We did boarding operations at sea, simulated with boarding teams, and then escalated it to a higher level where we then started getting injects with free play. And there, as an officer commanding, is probably your worst nightmare because you don't know what to expect, but you have to respond. And then that was a very good thing to test the basic skills that we built over the last 10 days.
And I mean, Captain, I noticed there's a lot of new youngsters, meaning that there was a lot of training that had to take place. Are you happy with the level of training that the newly appointed officers, for example, of the watches and the senior rates that qualified actually throughout exercise Red Lion? Are you happy with the standard of the training, sir?
Yeah, I think the main goal of this whole exercise was to build capacity and train. And we gave people the opportunity to make mistakes in order to learn without compromising safety. And then exercise of this nature creates that environment where you're allowed to ask questions and to really learn. And I think from the youngest sailor on board throughout to the officers that had a lot of exposure, a lot of them would have had this for the first time in a multi-ship environment, not operating singularly. So it brings a whole different dimension to the exercise, and that experience that they've gained now will set them in good stead. But I'm really chuffed that we could do it in slow time, under our control, and then build up gradually, which was very valuable.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you heard it from the Officer Commanding SAS Amatola, Captain Jones. This is a conclusion of exercise Red Lion. We can safely say that a lot of training took place and a lot of qualified members, Captain, are working our way with their qualification from this exercise. But I am Lieutenant Cindy Siwe Maja from the South African Navy.